Hello everyone, you're welcome once again to my channel. I'm Tuchiz Asia. I've come again so that we can establish our marriages. Remember, that is our mission. We have to have marriages that are established in the Lord, that are going to glorify God, that are going to stand as a city on a hill. Now for today, I came for us to have a discussion, for us to share about these things that have come disturbing our marriages. For example, today I want us to talk about our ex. Our ex. I hope everyone has an ex, or else by chance you may say you got married, that very first person that you dated, but most of us have got different spouses along the course until we meet the final person. There's this person that you dated for 1 month, 2 years, 3 years, and finally you didn't make it and you married a different person. But those people, we had made memories with them, we shared a lot with them, and they are still living, though we got married to other new people. For us, I want to talk about the issues that come along with the conversations, how you deal with your ex in your marriage. It also determines whether you're going to stay there in peace or you're going to cause your own conflicts. As we had talked about last time, if you have not watched the videos, we talked about how we can deal with our past pain in our marriages. If you had any heartbreak, if you had any challenge, we talked about it, how you can heal yourself and continue moving. We again talked about dealing with the character differences. If you have not watched, please go back and watch those videos. They are of help. They can give you the way to go. If you research, if you listen to them and you understand what we shared about, it can really help you on your characters or your spouse's characters or the pain that you went through. Now for today, I'm asking, sit, get a seat, get a cup of tea, get a juice, and let us share how your ex can ruin your marriage. Truly, your ex can destroy your marriage. But I want us today, before our marriages are destroyed, we have to get to know how we can handle our ex. Whether it was a lady or it was a man, you need to know how you can deal with them, because these people didn't die, though you didn't marry them. They are still living and they are still seeing you, or some of them are close to us. They are in the same villages, same sub-counties, in our localities. But we want to know today, how can I deal with my ex so that I can have my family, my marriage established? The challenge with exes, they can truly ruin your marriage because you fed the relationship with them and ended up marrying someone else. They are sometimes not of good to our marriages. Most of them, they advise us bad, or else they are looking after us to have a failure in marriage because we didn't make it with them. Now for today, I want us to know, how can I deal with these people? What should I do so that I don't lose my marriage? My number one today, I want you to know, whatever you give time grows. If you have an ex, he was your girlfriend, he was your boyfriend, and you didn't make it, please, what you give time grows. Stop giving those people time. If they are near you, if they are in your locality, you can meet them and greet and continue. But don't give the callings, then you send a message, then you talk to them, then you want to share with them whatever hurts you. No, no, no. Don't give them time. It will destroy your marriage. Remember, these people, you shared a lot with them. Actually, they were good before you got the challenge that made you break up. Now you have to know that if you again give that relationship time, it will again grow, because those good memories will come again and they destroy your marriage. Remember, you married, sometimes you find you have a challenge, and that is the very time the devil brings your ex so that you can lose that track. But always be awake and understand, this is my ex and I'm in a marriage and I have someone different. I have to protect myself. Make sure you don't give much calls, don't send messages, don't share your marriage issues with them, because it will again resume the last relationship you had with those people. Please don't give time to your ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend. Stop, stop, stop. It will destroy your marriage. Another thing you have to do when you're dealing with these people, you have to know your limits. Know your limits. What should I do? How can I handle these people? Know how you can deal with these people to have a good marriage. Now, the second thing you have to do, you have to talk about it with your spouse. Tell your spouse, if someone is close to you, if he's a neighbor, is in the same locality, and you know at any time you can meet that person, be open to your spouse and tell him, I was dating so and so some time back. In case he meets some photos, you took some photos at a time, or else you can meet some people, talk about the relationship you had. Be open. If it doesn't hurt your spouse, be open and tell them so that they can be aware that this happened before we married, so that you can have your marriage going on. But if you keep quiet and at the time they meet photos, these exes, they are sometimes stubborn. They can upgrade the photo and they are like, this is current. Kumbe, it is not current, and it destroys your trust with your spouse, and you find you're getting challenges in your marriage. Another thing you have to do, keep distance. Give a distance. Give a distance. Because those feelings you had for your spouse, the ex, they can arise again. Remember, in marriage, some people meet a lot of things. Either the butterflies you used to feel when you are dating at the first time, you're no longer feeling them. And now it's when you're meeting your ex. It has been long, you have not been seeing that person, and now you have come to meet them again. Now you have to keep a distance so that you can develop yourself in a new marriage that you are in. But be alert, your ex can destroy your marriage. Give a distance, don't be close to them, don't share a lot with them. Another thing you have to do, don't compare your ex with your spouse. If you're a lady, you married another man. If you're a man and you married another woman, don't compare your spouse with the ex. Don't compare your spouse with the ex you had at a time, because when you compare them, they lose the esteem, they lose that honor, they lose that respect, because they are like as if they are looked at as inferiors. But if you don't be careful and you compare your spouse with your ex, it can cause a lot of conflicts in your marriage. Now it's high time you started knowing you have to work out ways. You have to look at how you can improve your spouse. If he has any challenge in your marriage, increase the capacity and make sure that spouse also reaches at the level you want. But if you compare them with the ex you had at a time, it will show them that they are the last choice. You regret even marrying them. You're regretting why you lost the last spouse you had. But remember, you're already married, you're already in a covenant, sometimes you already have children, and you have already made a decision to move on with that person. Anything can happen, any conflict can happen in a family, but solve it and don't compare your spouse with your ex, because that thing hurts a lot. It hurts, surely. You look at someone and you're like, you mean someone is regretting why he married me, why he left the other spouse he had before he married me. Please don't compare your spouse with your ex for the better of your marriage, for the growth of your marriage, to have joy, to have peace in your marriage. Another thing you have to do, don't engage your ex in decision-making of your family. If you include your ex in decision-making, for example, where should we stay? Where should we buy land? Where should we build? What type of clothes should I buy? No, if you compare them, if you start engaging them in decision making, it will destroy your marriage. Remember, when they are given opportunity to decide for you, it means they still have control over you. But if you want another mind, you want to hear what someone else speaks on what you're going to do, please get someone different, not necessarily your ex, because these people, they can do anything. Remember, sometimes our spouses are aware that we were dating them, or else we are in the same area, in the same school, same institution, and they came to know that we were dating them. And at the time you're making a decision and you're asking the very person to make a decision for you, someone is asking, why did you ask your ex, not me as your spouse? Why did you ask your ex, not any other person, either your parents, either other friends, not the partner you had some time back? Please don't give them chance to make decisions for you. They can make decisions and they end up deciding actually to even have you back. And remember, it is not good to go back where you left. Continue moving. We go ahead every other day, not going back.